Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight, I would like to discuss the 1997 soundtrack for the David Lynch film Lost Highway, and now there's a bunch of cars coming, so I have to move. So yeah, what I found most about this is back in the day, I was so in love with the Nine Inch Nails that anything Reznor did, I would just go out and buy. And I've never really been the biggest fan of David Lynch's movies, so I kind of felt like, I don't know, this Lost Highway thing. But then, once I heard that Reznor was involved with the production aspect of the soundtrack, like as far as the score was concerned, that he was going to have, he was going to play a part in that, like by way of adding tracks to the score, I was hooked. And then there was going to be a new Nine Inch Nails song on there as well, which would turn out to be The Perfect Drug. And then Manson was on here. The Nine Inch Nails, of course. Smashing Pumpkins are on here. Lou Reed, I think, is on here. And Manson's, his cover of I Put a Spell on You is awesome. And I like how him and Twiggy have like a small part in the movie too. Like they're a part of like some porno or something that's going on in the background. I thought that was rad. And I absolutely loved the fact that Smashing Pumpkins track which I'm not really into the Smashing Pumpkins, and I wasn't back then either, but I really liked that song, and that's on here as well. And then with Reznor's involvement as far as his score work is concerned, which is up until this point, he hadn't really done anything like that. He had a hand sort of in helping with the soundtrack for Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers, but this would be his first sort of official cinematic score debut, I guess, or whatever. Because I think the only other thing he'd really done score-wise up until this point, assuming the timing lines up, was the soundtrack to Quake. So I loved that Videodromes and Questions, which is a little on the short side, is on there, and it's fun, and it's sort of like mapping out a potential scoring future for Reznor. But my favorite Reznor track on here is Driver Down, and that is a pure, unadulterated Nine Inch Nails instrumental, basically. It's rad. But those are the only two songs on here that he would help out with, which was kind of disappointing because I was hoping for more. But then you toss in the fact that The Perfect Drug from his band, the Nine Inch Nails, is on here, so it kind of helps even things out, especially considering how much I would go on to love The Perfect Drug. Now, as far as Angelo Badalamenti's score work for this, I mean, it fits the movie perfectly, but I don't love Lynch's stuff, so I always look for a score that I can sort of pull out and listen to on its own. And unfortunately, Angelo's stuff here, it's just too loungy, too jazz-based, and it's just not for me, so it's something I never really go back for. So aside from pulling off aspects of this, like song here, like the Smashing Pumpkins, you know, the couple tracks from Manson, the couple songs from Reznor, I don't really find this... Oh, they're turning. Beautiful. I can stay here. I don't really find myself going back to this very much. I was excited when Waxworks was going to re-release the score about a year ago now, but then when I looked at this more critically, I only like a handful of songs, and I don't know, the rest of the score just kind of comes and goes. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to stop talking. Or that's where I'll stop talking, rather. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for just about 4 minutes while I discussed the 1997 score/soundtrack to the David Lynch film Lost Highway. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But most importantly, don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. Like always, I'm going to go, because I know with all these cars driving by, some busybody's going to be like, oh my goodness, he's taking his safety not as seriously as he should be, and I have to phone the authorities or some bullshit. So I'm going to go. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.